The Draugr don't stay dead. They claw out of the earth, dragging their own weight, their own chains through the night. Today, you're going to find out if you've got the same fight in you, or if you're just waiting to be buried. This is the first trial of the Iron Sagas, the trial of the Draugr. It's not just a workout, it's a resurrection test. A test of whether you can take a hit, get buried underneath dirt, and still claw your way back. Remember this. Forge Grit isn't about me leading you. I'm not your babysitter. I give you the framework, you choose the path. You lead yourself. Why the Draugr? In old Norse sagas, Draugr were the undead, warriors who refused to rot in peace. They carried the weight of their graves, dragging treasure or armor with them, unstoppable, relentless, cursed, but powerful. They were not fast, they were not pretty, but they were durable. And that word, durable, became my obsession after my car accident. Quick rewind on this. I did have a broken pelvis, a traumatic brain injury, and a laundry list of doctors telling me that things I'd never do again or have a hard time doing them. They wanted to write me off, put me in the ground, call it over. But I was not dead. I couldn't squat, couldn't run, couldn't even bend the way I used to. So I started small, dragging a sled, carrying buckets of rocks, loading sandbags. At first, it looked kind of pathetic. Shuffle 20 feet, rest, try again. That was my training. But every drag, every carry, every awkward load moved me 1 inch further from the grave. And over the course of a year, that grind turned me from a broken into a man who could run 100 kilometers again. Same body, same bones, just reforged. And that's what this workout is. It's my grave dirt made into steel. It's a fight to stay alive, just like the Draugr. So when you step into this trial, you're not just exercising, you're making a declaration. I will not stay buried. Here's the mission. Simple on paper, hell in practice. 5 rounds. 200-meter farmer's carry, moderate to heavy. 20 sandbag shouldered squats. 400-meter run or ruck. Rest only after each round. For some of you, that may take 70 to 80 minutes, and that's fine. That's how long it'll take if you're honest with the load and the pace. The carry builds your grip, back, and shoulders that don't collapse under stress. The squats are going to build legs that don't fold, even when the weight is ugly. The run or ruck forces lungs to work under fatigue, and not when they're fresh. This is going to be no fluff, no variety for variety's sake, just labor. Now, for those carries, do not go light. If your grip is not screaming by 100 meters, it's too easy. Don't go so heavy, though, that you can't make the distance without 3 or 4 drops. This is about sustained labor, not a max-out stunt. And also, switch grip before you hit total failure. If you wait until your fingers peel open, you're done for the round. Think of this like moving water buckets in a Viking village. Nobody cared if your hands hurt, you carried them until the work was done. Now I'm going to be wearing my new October shirt for this trial. Grit on the front, relentless to the bone on the back. A skeleton pressing a barbell overhead. Fitting, right? Because that's exactly what this workout is. Your bones, your will, lifting heavy when everything wants you down. Now for the squats. Sandbag shoulder squats are not pretty. They're supposed to feel a bit awkward. That's the point. Now if you do not have the sandbag to pull this off, dumbbells work fine. Or put a kettlebell on one side of the shoulder. Alternate shoulders each set to keep the load balanced across rounds. Drive with control. Don't collapse into the hole. A collapsed squat here means folded knees or back in the real world. So by round 3, your legs will feel like they've been hammered. Perfect. That's where durability is built. For the run or ruck, if you're running, keep it sharp. No lazy jog here. Think controlled urgency. If you're rucking, pick a load that makes you breathe heavy but doesn't kill your stride either. This is not a rest section. This is where you prove you can move under fatigue. Picture this. You've carried lumber, squatted with stone, and now you've got to get across a field before the enemy hits. That's the energy you should be having. Rest only after each round. So get done with the run, ruck, that's when you rest. And you earn your break only when that round is done. If you stop mid-round, you've broken the trial. The structure teaches one thing. Finish what you start. If you need some mental landmarks as you're going through this, think of it this way. Round 1, it's going to feel like a warm-up. But don't be fooled. Round 2, your grip and legs will start to begin to burn. For round 3, your brain's going to start whispering, this is the grave talking. Round 4, the grave is now yelling at you. Everything in you wants to stop. And then round 5 is your resurrection. You either claw your way out or you're going to stay buried. If you're looking for scalability, well, sovereignty means you choose a weapon. Sovereignty means self-rule, self-leadership. You choose. The workout doesn't change, you do. So for beginners, lighter weights, smaller sandbags, shorter carry distances, ruck instead of a run. The goal here is to survive the structure, not to go all out. For the more intermediate athletes, do moderate to heavy weights, go the full distance, alternate between run and ruck each round. For the advanced athletes, you want some heavy ass weights, full sandbag. Ruck the run with a pack weight. No compromise here. Remember, sovereignty isn't about someone else telling you what you can handle, it's about you owning the choice and the consequences. This is going to build the three things I talk about most: durability, adaptability, capability. That's a chain. Durability. Can your body absorb load and keep moving? That's what carries and squats teach. For adaptability, can you adjust grip, pace, breathing when things fall apart? And that's what the awkward loads and transitions will teach. For capability, can you do whatever the hell life asks of you? That's what this whole trial builds. So forget your six-pack abs and social media flexing. This makes you useful, capable, hard to kill. And that's the trial of the Draugr. 5 rounds, 70 minutes, a resurrection test. You are either going to crawl out of the grave stronger or stay buried in excuses. Remember, the Draugr don't quit. The Draugr don't rot. They rise again carrying their chains. So pick up the weight, carry your own chains, and lead yourself.